Hi, it's RPie, and I'm wanting to play some more of this. Just in the meantime, before money can come back. I want to test out another character, so let's do something a little shorter this time. Oops, wrong button. Who to do this time? I said all the names in the last one. Oh, by the way, about these characters that are a little glitchy, there's something about them that I want to say. They were characters that I wanted to add, you know, fill up the roster, but I'm not too proud of them. First of all, they're a little glitchy. Second of all, I don't think they're too original, so I just tend to avoid them. Let's see who to play. I'll play the one guy this little run, then I'll who knows, maybe I'll let you suggest someone. Periwinkle's gonna be really good here, so I'm gonna use Periwinkle. Now I'm fighting Java, which Java, as you've seen last time, has a better infantry units, and however, he's not the infantry specialist of my game. This guy is. Foot units have 80% more offense and 40% more defense. Land units are 20% weaker. Here you go. I believe the land units also suffer from 10% lack in defense, so that means his land units are much weaker. Periwinkle also suffers from another heavy disadvantage, which you will see real soon. Periwinkle, he doesn't capture all the way. Oh shoot, I guess I should turn on something so you can see it better. Now typically you're supposed to capture 10, then 10, and win. Periwinkle has a 10% slower cap rate. Yeah, its units is a super robot built by Goal, known as Periwinkle. Its units cap 10% slower. Hits binary, misses hex. Let's turn the visuals off again. And let's read his entire thing. Foot units are 80%, yeah, I said this already. His first one is Upload Invade, which you basically want to use all the time. Units cap 30% better with +1 movement. This 30% is, it basically, like that, minus 10% and goes straight to 0, and then it pluses by 30. So it's basically like a plus 40%. And, with +1 move. So his units, like right now, look at that strength on the little infantries. Just that +1 movement becomes +2, and when he uses Railroad, it becomes +3. Railroad is very expensive, as you can see on the bottom right. Reveals the map. Foot units are 100% stronger with +2 movement. Land units are less weak and +20 division to all units. That means if it's a Fog of War map, you basically have the entire field revealed to you. So Periwinkle is really good in that regard. I programmed the AI to spam his smaller ability more, and also this guy's mechs are so powerful since they're so fast. So you want to have a lot of mechs. However, it's going to take you a whole lot longer to do stuff with these guys. Since they're so defensive, Upload Invade is one of the most dangerous small abilities in the world. Since he's so defensive that he can just take he can throw a unit on your HQ and they can stay alive for a while. So dealing with Periwinkle, you want to buy one thing, and that is anti-air, because they are very good against infantry units. If you don't, then Periwinkle will walk on you, will walk over you. He brings a unique playstyle. That's what I like about this guy the most. However, he's very, very powerful if you know how to use him. The AI still likes to build land units, and that's something you don't want to do with Periwinkle, because his land units are really weak. But there are some exceptions, like if Java starts building medium tanks, I'm going to have to start building some medium tanks to fight that, because because Periwinkle is very weak. There's also a little thing about him. His air units aren't suffering from any disadvantages, so you could just prefer to build battle helicopters over tanks and stuff, and it works to your favorite. Yeah, but look, I'm just wiping the floor with his infantries, because Periwinkle's so much more better than Java. It's almost funny. But I came into this map with a strategy because I wanted to win fast. And let's build a tank because I really was stupid in putting my mech up front there, so he's going to take some damage. The weakness about Periwinkle, though, is that since you're building a whole lot of infantry units, you won't get a whole bunch of power stars, so that means Railroad is basically impossible to get. Yeah, see, like, look at this. Oh my god. A tank. Wiped. I'm sorry I made such an OP character. I like playing Periwinkle against the friends I made this for, and oh my god. They're like, never again. In my original concept, I wanted Periwinkle to have so much better, like, inventories and stuff, but they cost more. But I couldn't work that in this mod. I wish I could. And that's why and that's why they're so good. So like Periwinkle becomes OP because his units don't cost as much as I want them to, and they still have the benefits. I could make his units cost more, but then Periwinkle could never win because all of his like necessary units can't be built because they're so expensive. So this is sort of the loophole that I'm stuck in. Also, his infantry units getting a buff in speed was a recent thing I did before I stopped working on this. Because his units just to be as fast as normal, so it means his mechs used to be really slow and such. Also, you're gonna see this guy like completely demolish this dude. Well, not as much as I think. But, you know. Yeah, well, that's sort of expected now. Yeah, ow. But one of the worst things to see is a Periwinkle unit capturing your HQ because they're so defensive. Like, I'm perf stopping Java, sadly, because Periwinkle is that damn strong. The main character in this little game is supposed to be Elder. She's a leader for Green Granite. You know that last guy that I fought? Basically the replacement for him. That's why the war started. She's a leader of a country called Green Granite, which has a monument called the Holy Stone, which is a very religious monument. By the way, if I didn't say so before, this is called Religious Wars. That monument is called the Holy Stone, as I might have said already. The Holy Stone is very valued, and there's a neighboring country called the Imperial that really worships it, and the leader is a little bit of a prick. He doesn't like he doesn't like Elder mainly because she's too young. He liked the other leader more because he was you know, like easy to predict, you know, and all that. Gorge was driven by rage because when Isola got elected, his monument is now being protected by a kid, and it really made him mad. Like, she's not fit for such a position, and all that. Nothing sexist. He just doesn't think a kid should do it. Unfortunately, she didn't really ask for that sort of position, so Gorge started to like invade. Well, he worked with other two neighboring countries who really wanted who really wanted a piece of the neighboring lands. Like, for instance, there's Yellow Hazard, a split off of Green Granite, led by the former leader Ze, and I like how much damage I did to that recon there, 149. A split off action from Ze, Yellow Hazard, and he wants Green Granite back, and Gorge also wanted the old imperialistic Grey Sands, now being led by Java, which is who I'm fighting, to help invade Green Granite. Java said he didn't want nothing to do with that. His country's now fighting like a debt, and he doesn't want nothing with it. So and Zed Gorge got mad with that and helped Purple Mirror, Java's most hated enemy, to help him take over the Grey Sands. Well, it's really a mouthful. I can't speak right now for some reason. As you can see, I'm just freaking stomping this dude to the ground because Periwinkle's that strong. Who knows, maybe next I'll fight Periwinkle and you can see what he can do. Periwinkle and somebody else have two completely different play styles, which you want to work around. And they're my two favorite characters to play in this game. Right now, Java's using his ability for retreating purposes. Let's see if I can get upload invade, because I want to upload invade, so that I can get enough capture points there to take back, to take that city. I'm hoping to get it when I kill this guy. Nope. Maybe if I kill this guy. Let's see what somebody full HP. Oh, maybe when I kill this guy. There we go. Impressive, but you still stand no chance. Upload invade. Or invalid, I like to call it as well, because I couldn't fit invade, so I had to go in bad. But here it is. Like this guy has 11, but now he's plus 30%, so he fully captured it. This guy has 3, so he should only cap like 2. Let's see how much he caps now. He caps he capped 3 more. No, he capped 3, exactly what he was supposed to cap. This guy with 7 should only cap 6, but let's see how much he caps. He caps damn, he caps 9. And this guy should completely capture the city, and that's what he's gonna do. But look, he gets a... I don't have it on here, but he also gets a defense bonus as well with his infantry. It may look like his vehicles are like normal, but they're actually on a non-coded percent. I believe they're originally at like -20. I believe. Yeah, -20. I believe right now they're at a -5%, which isn't a thing in the game. So instead, it just defaults to that. So they're still weaker, just not what you'd expect. Now it's time to win.
Mission complete.
Periwinkle's really good at like getting S ranks because you can't kill his infantry units. In a world I want to know, you taught me fail. It's actually a reference to a love song I heard. Yeah, and there's a further reference to that love song that I heard because he's making a little symbol with his eye there, which is really what he said. In a world I want to know, you taught me I. Enough of that. This has been RPie. Thank you for watching.